ready to eat, look delicious. You can eat them plain like this. I actually sometimes just put some salt on it, some barbecue sauce, eat them like this, use them on burgers, whatever you like. Getting a lot of nutrition, a lot of amazing flavor in these. Today we're going to be making caveman burgers, and this is a blend of heart, liver, as well as ground beef. So our friends over at Flying Bee Bar Ranch have grass-fed, grass-finished beef. It is amazing, best tasting beef I've ever had. They do make a blend that is 50% heart, 50% liver, and I've been working with them to see if we can get a little bit more of an even split, maybe a different product, but I like to have about 25-30% organs and the rest ground beef. So we're gonna mix a 1-to-1 here. The question I know some of you are asking is, why would I want heart and liver in my beef? Good question. There are a couple of vitamins and minerals that we don't normally get from other food sources that you actually get in abundance in the liver and as well as heart. Two examples really quickly. Vitamin A you actually get from liver. People think you get it from carrots. You really don't get a form that your body can use very well. So liver is really, really good for that. Good for your eyes. And in the heart, you have taurine, you have a couple of other things that actually help with muscle strength, things like that. So they have unique properties that you just don't get from other places in your diet. And if you're going to use any kind of synthetic supplements, you're just not getting as good of a form. I actually take desiccated organs because I'm not always eating organ meats. Try my best to, but there's a lot of good things in there. And again, you're getting me on a single segment, so you're getting a little bit more science. Try to keep it very, very basic, but heart and liver, if you can get them in your diet, are amazing. Caveman burgers are an amazing way to do that. So let's make them. All right, so the first thing we're gonna do, just get these out, combine them. We've got the heart and liver blend here, and we've got the ground beef over here. Just gonna get these in a bowl, and then we're gonna add some seasonings to them. Now, when I'm adding seasoning, what I like to do is I actually like to have, about 1 tablespoon of seasoning per pound of beef. So we have 2.5 pounds of beef here. So I'm gonna use probably a tablespoon and a half of salt. I use Redmond real salt, it's my favorite salt. Some people don't care. I think there is a difference, so that's what I use. Use whatever salt you like, but that's what I'm gonna use. And then we also have Holy Cow Rub. This is from Flying Bee Bar Ranch as well. If you can't tell, they're our buddies. Wearing one of their shirts. They gave them to us for free. We love what they're doing. Absolutely love regenerative farming, which means they create soil rather than destroying it. They do a lot of good things. They take care of their cattle. It is just amazing what they're doing there. If you are anywhere near Denver, you should go out and see them. They just have such an amazing thing going on. You can see color of that meat, and you can see the difference in the color. So this one right here, this one has the liver and the heart, a little bit darker because of that liver. This one is the regular. We're gonna mix this up, but first I'm gonna get the seasoning. So here is my Redmond real salt. We buy this in bulk. Little trick, if you wanna spend less on salt, buy the 25 or 50 pound bags of these. We go through it, so we're more than okay to buy that. So tablespoon, do another half here. I'm gonna do the same thing of the Holy Cow Rub as well. Now, I have done it where I just did salt. I actually really like this rub. This is one designed for grass-fed beef. Tastes a little bit different. It's gonna go good on any beef, but they designed this specifically for their beef because all beef tastes a little different. If you haven't had grass-fed, grass-finished beef, you probably don't know what I'm talking about. If you have, you probably do. The taste is different. So we've got the seasonings in there, as you can see. And we're just gonna go ahead and mash it up. So I just use potato masher and mix it up. Once they have like a 70-30, whatever we end up doing with them, I'm hopeful that they'll be able to do that. Won't have to do this as much, or just mix in the seasonings, but right now we'll get this nice and mixed. Now, the reason I like a little less organs, some of you, if you really want organs in your diet, you're probably like, oh, why would you want less rather than more? Number one, I don't think that humans are made to eat a ton of organs. Some, for sure. If you're just eating meat, you're not getting all the nutrients that you need. If you eat organs, you can. So I think that's important. But based on how much of a cow is regular meat versus organs, it just kind of says to me that like we don't need as much organs as we do regular meat. Regular meat has all that stuff in there. So the other reason is how sticky the meat is if you don't have it mixed. So when it's 50-50, I notice kind of seep into the grates of my pit boss out there, and we'll show you what that, those look like here in a second, but it was just too soft. It wasn't pliable, and having more of the ground beef in there makes it easier to work with, easier to get on there. And it's more like a regular hamburger patty. It just acts normal. So I'm gonna get this nice and mixed up. and make sure that the pit boss is nice and warmed up for us. How I like to make these, how I like to make most of my red meat, is smoke it for a little bit and then turn up the heat and actually cook it. So for these, we're gonna have out there on 225 for about 20-30 minutes. I make 8-ounce patties. I like big burgers, and so they're half-pound patties a piece, and so they take a little bit more time to cook. They can take a little bit more smoke, a little bit more flavor there. So make sure that it's at 225, 20-30 minutes, and then I turn it up, and I don't cook these at high temp. I'm cooking them probably at 350 for 5 or 10 minutes per side. Flip them over, and I actually do use a thermopen to check temperatures, make sure they're done all the way through. That's how I like to do it, so we'll show you how. All right, so now that we have these all mixed up, what I'm gonna do is actually make 8-ounce patties for these, and we will get them on the smoker. All right, so I know one of the questions, at least some of you are thinking, is do these taste like liver? And that is a fair question. And the answer that I would give is no, if you use the ratio that we've done, as well as the seasonings, things like that. So what I'm doing here is, essentially it's 80%, 70% regular ground beef, and then we have 15% liver. So you will get a little bit of that, but there's so much seasoning in here. We're gonna smoke it for a while. We're gonna get some smoky flavor. And then when you're putting it as a burger, you're gonna be putting barbecue sauce or bacon or whatever on it on a bun. And as you can see here, it forms fairly well. Like, it's a little sticky, but these work really easy to work with. When it's just a 50-50, it's a little hard. So that's why I'm doing it the way I am. I like the 70-30 mix a lot better. It works really, really well. All right, let's get 8 ounces here. Nice big patties, because I eat a good amount of meat every day. So I just want to make these nice and big. So I only need to eat one. I don't need a few of them. Just good amount of meat there. The one thing I will say is, if you're going to do 8-ounce patties, you want to kind of press them a little thinner. They're going to be thick still, but I have done them where they were too thick and the inside didn't get done like I thought it did, and so I had to throw them back on or microwave them or whatever, because the inside was not done like it should be. So either use a thermopen like we're going to show you here today, or just make sure that you're not making them too thick, because they will stay raw in the center and you definitely don't want to be eating that. Moment of truth here at the end. Usually at the end I end up with either a patty that's way too big or way too small, and I kind of have to steal from the other patties, but looks like we are 7.98 exactly. That was a good batch, like that. So right now I have 5 8-ounce patties. This will be good meals. Love these. These are staple, honestly. We do buy the Costco grass-fed, grass-finished beef patties if I don't want to have to make these. They don't compare though. As far as like feeling full, feeling like you got all the nutrition you needed, just that heart and liver having those extra nutrients, I absolutely love. Like, it does make a difference, I can tell. And honestly, the grass-fed, grass-finished beef from Flying Bee-Bar Ranch is totally different than anywhere else I've had it. Much better. So again, we love them. They do a great job. We actually have a video of them if you want to check it out. So these are ready to go. Make sure the smoker's ready and we'll get them on. All right, we're getting this up to temp right now. I'm gonna go ahead and throw these on. It'll just smoke while this is warming up, and we'll leave it on for about 20 minutes or so. And I know that my smoker, we've talked about this before a few times, but every smoker has some hot spots. Mine for sure has a hot spot in the middle. You're able to open the grate and sear things in the middle. This will get up to about 500 degrees, which means the middle is a pretty hot spot. So if I'm trying to smoke things, I can only do them pretty much around the center, which is a little annoying. It's nice to be able to have the ability to sear, but so I place these around. I'm actually gonna place some regular burgers around the other side, cook them all at the same time. So let's get to it. Another thing that this is nice for is when you have burgers and you don't have the time to thaw them out or anything like that. We just get, a lot of the times we'll get the Costco ones. They're frozen, they're grass fed, but not as good. They are frozen. I'll throw them on here at 225 for 20 minutes. It thaws them out and gets smoke flavor at the same time. That way you don't have to worry about thawing them. You just do it in the cooker and get some good flavor at the same time, and then turn it up. Make sure you do cook them through, but smokes just kind of thaw them and get that flavor. So we'll leave this for about 20 minutes or so. All right, so these have been on for about 20 minutes. We turned it up to 250. I'm going to flip them over, and then we're actually going to turn up the temperature again, about 350, and they should be done just about 10 minutes or so. You can see that nice color, nice smoky color. It turns it even more red. Beautiful. And you can see here there's a little bit of indentations from the grate. If I don't use about 70-30, you get really bad indentations. Sometimes it actually gets stuck in there. So this is a perfect blend. It looks beautiful and they're delicious. So I'm excited for these. All right, so we've got those all flipped. We're gonna give it about 10 minutes or so and these will be done. All right, so the last step here is throw some cheese on there, melt it, and these guys are good to go. Actually, I'm gonna turn the grill off. Let's have some organic mild cheddar from Costco, good stuff. And then we do Havarti on these other grass-fed patties. Close that for a couple minutes, and these guys are done, ready to eat. All right, we're gonna go ahead and take these off. And those are caveman burgers. Ready to eat, look delicious. You can eat them plain like this. I actually sometimes just put some salt on it, some barbecue sauce, eat them like this. Use them on burgers, whatever you like. Getting a lot of nutrition, a lot of amazing flavor in these. Hopefully you enjoyed these. If you do want to be able to order this blend, you can actually down in the description below from our friends at Flying Bee Bar, they ship it nationwide. So you can order some of this, make it just like this, or you can find something local if you'd like. But these are a staple. I eat these every single week. Love them. I've felt so much better since I started incorporating a little bit of organs into my diet. Not everybody wants to do that and they feel like maybe that's not something they can do, but this blend from Flying Bee Bar has made it really easy for me to be able to do that. And hopefully it'll help you be a little healthier and enjoy your barbecue a little bit more. Catch you in the next one. If you like this video, click this video right here. You'll see another one of our amazing recipes. I'll see you over there.